I know how you feel, wanting to change something in your life, and you keep changing your physical appearance, or you keep changing things around inside your life, but no matter what you change, you always end up feeling the same. Trust me, I've been there too, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why you feel this way. Are you ready? It's because you long for personal growth, but that requires you to get out of your comfort zone, so you keep putting it off. I know it's super scary, but you know what? We're gonna do this together. Hey, I'm Ira, and I'm here to guide you towards becoming your best self. I'm gonna teach you today exactly how you're gonna become unrecognizable in the next 3 to 6 months. So the first thing that you're gonna do, my friend, is stop victimizing yourself. Let me tell you this quote I absolutely love from this book, The Mountain Is You, which you guys should absolutely read. It's an amazing read. But this quote goes like this: when a problem is circumstantial, you are facing the reality of your life. But when this problem becomes chronic, then you're facing the reality of yourself. If you're wondering what that means, let me explain it to you. When a problem is coming from outside of you and it's circumstantial, then that is the reality of your life, and it's okay, it's temporary, it's going to pass. But when this problem becomes chronic, right, and you keep facing the same problem over and over and over again, or you keep feeling the same way over and over and over again, then that has everything to do with you. And until you realize that it has everything to do with you and you're the one that needs to change, then your reality is not going to change. The second you stop blaming your circumstances for the way that things are in your life is the second you will take creative control over your life, which is what I want you to do. At the end of the day, you can never blame anybody else but yourself for the way that your life is right now. If your parents traumatized you, that's okay. You have healing to do, and that's totally fine. But your parents are not responsible for the way that your life is now, in this present moment anymore. Now you need to deal with what happened to you, but your future is completely up to you. So take control over your life. I want you to grab life by the throat and own it and master it and start creating the life that you want, instead of feeling like a victim to your circumstances, which, by the way, you end up creating. This can be absolutely liberating for you or detrimental. How you see it is completely up to you. Number two is to know exactly what your goals are. Now that you know that you're in complete control of your entire life, it's time to closely analyze what you truly want to do and know what your goal is, because this is what is going to help motivate you wake up in the morning and actually get shit done. So most people think they want to do a certain thing to get revenge, or they want to improve themselves just to get people to see them and have this attention. But at the end of the day, all those things are completely superficial. It's not something that can truly fill you inside. So what ends up happening with those type of goals is that you end up becoming empty. And although your habits may be great, you're gonna wake up feeling unfulfilled and start getting drained and tired, and that could eventually lead to depression. What I want you to do is to start journaling your values, because your values will be literally kind of like your compass in life. Now you know what direction to take, and you don't feel lost, and you actually feel fulfilled from what you're doing. So for example, my values could be all types of freedom, right? Financial freedom, time freedom, creative freedom. I want all of those things. I value a lot my freedom. I value being moral. I value loyalty. I value wisdom. So as long as I'm aligned with my values, I'm always going to feel fulfilled, and I'm going to feel like I am on the right path. And putting an effort into your values each and every single day. So for example, if your value is to be financially free, then put in work towards that. Even if you work a 9 to 5 and you're super busy, then make sure to put in work towards your values each and every single day. This is what's truly going to align you with your ideal path, I would say. And from these values, you can actually start seeing what your goal could be. Because a lot of you, maybe you don't know what your direction is in life, and if you do, that's great, but you want to make sure that you're always aligned with your values, because otherwise, one day you're just going to wake up and you're going to be like, why do I feel so empty? So always stay true to your values, and once in a while, start journaling them down again so you can see if you're aligned with them or not. Now that you've taken ownership over your life and you're aligning yourself with your values, what we're gonna do is start building healthy habits. Of course, you guys knew this one was coming, but how many times have you actually told yourself you were gonna do something and then you never actually did it, or you did it for a couple days, like you started working out for a couple days and then you stopped? I've been there many times, like trying to build a healthy habit and start working out or start reading, and then I drop it right away. It doesn't mean that you're lazy at all. So it's okay, we're all in this together. all these entrepreneurs that you see flexing their morning routines online, they struggled building those healthy habits as well. Don't think they just one day woke up and started working out every single day. I want you to get inside your head that nobody wakes up randomly and starts having a morning routine that is super healthy. Since you happen to be a human being, and so am I, and so is literally everybody else here that you watch online, we're all wired to stay inside our comfort zones. Because in the primal age, that was deemed as safe, but obviously we're not in the primal age anymore. And this comfort zone can actually be the complete destruction of you. But we still have this inside our brains, so we need to work with it. Anything outside your comfort zone shocks your brain, then you need to familiarize your brain with this certain habit that you want to do. Because what you've been doing is randomly waking up and trying to do these things, which is shocking your brain into never wanting to do it again. So instead, we're going to take it slow. Slowly ease into it and have patience with yourself. So if you want to wake up early and you wake up at like 10 a.m., then start waking up at 9:45 and then at 9:30 and then at 9 a.m. and start slowly decreasing the times you wake up until you get to 6 a.m., which is maybe your ideal goal. Same with working out. You need to take it slow. If you're going to work out, then start doing it maybe once or twice a week for like 15 to 30 minutes and then start slowly increasing the amount of time and the frequency that you go and work out. Also, one tip for working out is have your routine ready. Because if you're go to the gym and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna, do these machines or whatever, you're gonna procrastinate and then I'm doing a super terrible workout. So do your research and go already knowing what you're gonna do. Implementing healthy habits when it's comfortable for you too. So for example, if you're working from 9 to 5, you don't want to do these healthy habits in the morning if it's too stressful for you. Maybe do them after you get off when you have the time to do them. So start slowly implementing them into your routine until you familiarize your brain with it. And that's where you will start fully integrating these healthy habits into your routine. And the cool thing about this is that you're not going to end up hating them. Also pair up habits together if it's hard for you to do certain habits. For example, I listen to affirmations while I do my gua sha routine. So I, kill two birds with one stone basically. And with all of this, since you familiarize your brain with it, now you're not going to actually hate doing these habits. I freaking love my whole routine. My morning routine, I feel so peaceful with my morning routine and I feel so good doing it. I love reading now. I have like an obsession for reading. I didn't even know I had an obsession for reading until I actually implemented reading into my routine slowly. And the last one is going to be come up with a good routine. Now that you've learned how to implement healthy habits into your routine, you can start creating routines out of them. So the morning routine is the most important one, to be honest. Your morning routine really sets the tone for the entire day. And your brain is also like a sponge in the mornings. You're able to easily reprogram your subconscious mind. So we want to implement really good habits in the morning routines as much as possible. So the winning morning routine that is going to absolutely make you unrecognizable in like 3 to 6 months, it's going to be a mix between being active, having words of encouragement, which could be affirmations, meditating so you can clear your mind, reading so you can nourish your brain, and journaling so you can self-reflect. Find a way to implement all of these within your morning routine. For example, I implemented affirmations with my gua sha routine. I already worked out, so every single morning when I work out, I also like to listen to maybe some self-improvement. Remember to slowly implement all of these different habits into your life slowly, and then you can create a routine out of them once you've gotten comfortable with them. My morning routine is honestly the perfect example of everything you should be implementing into your morning. The first thing I do when I wake up at 6 in the morning is I get up, I drink a lot of water. I chug water because your system basically wakes up when you chug water, and then I go to the bathroom, I do my gua sha routine. While I'm doing my gua sha, I listen to affirmations, so I get that out of the way. This is implementing words of encouragement into your morning routine, which is one of the things you need to do. So affirmations is one way to do them. Once I finish with that, I go downstairs and I start working out. I do Pilates in the morning, which I've truly learned to love Pilates because it's not that it's easy, because it's hard, but it's something that I just feel really good doing it. I don't actually work out at the gym anymore. I feel way better doing Pilates and I feel way healthier as well. So everybody's different, but the point is that I stay active. So I work out in the morning around 7 a.m. and then once I'm done with my workout, I take a shower and then I journal. So I like to journal before I meditate because I can meditate on the stuff that I've journaled. There's a lot of things that you can journal about. If you don't know what to journal about, you can literally just explain your day or you can write your thoughts down. The whole point is for you to self-reflect. Reflect on what your ideal self would do today. Reflect on how you did the previous day. Reflect on yourself. There's a lot of journaling exercises that you can do, so I recommend you looking that up on YouTube or definitely checking out my channel. Once I journaled and had the chance to self-reflect, I go straight into meditation. I've been meditating every single day for a long time now, and honestly, meditation is the best way for you to clear your thoughts and and have like a clear vision of exactly how life is. Because I feel like meditation is something that helps you become completely aware of yourself, helps you become the awareness that is aware of the thoughts. So all these thoughts that are always in your head, messing with you and making you think certain things, is something that can easily be not ignored, but reflected on with meditation. So when it comes to meditation, I want you to actually research how to do meditation. There's certain ways to do it. It's just really about focusing on your breath and becoming aware of your breath. And whenever your attention goes somewhere else, you bring it back. Essentially, what you're doing is taking complete control of your mind instead of letting your thoughts run your mind. And then after I meditate, I read. And I read for a long time. Sometimes I end up reading for like 2 hours. Like I said, I absolutely freaking love reading now. Reading is honestly an amazing way to grow as a human being and to gain a lot of knowledge, because I feel like if we're not consistently learning, then what are we doing in this planet? Taking information and being able to apply it into your life is the best way for you to actually grow out of your comfort zone and be able to become a whole other person and completely unrecognizable. So books is definitely one thing you should pick up. And if it's super hard for you to read, which it was mega hard for me to read, buy a Kindle. Like a Kindle, Amazon Kindle, yes, that thing saved my life. I did not even read at all. I had probably read like 3 or 4 books in my life, and this Kindle thing, I've been eating books up every single week. Like I've finished 200, 300 page books weekly because of a Kindle. Because you can just pull it out like your phone, right? Pull it out, be like, okay, I'm gonna read. If you're in the Uber, pull out your Kindle and read. The point is that you can read anywhere, right? You can pull it out anywhere, you can read whenever. It's so portable. Like I'm traveling right now and I just take it everywhere. I don't need to take like a million books with me. I'm in Brazil right now. I don't even speak Portuguese. So imagine if I didn't have my Kindle, I wouldn't even be able to buy a book because I don't speak Portuguese. So buy a Kindle, even if you're stationary, right? Buy a Kindle. It's going to really help you out instead of having to pick up books and, you know, having them with you. A lot of you may think you don't like books, but until you get a Kindle, you're not really gonna know. This one my morning routine is, and once again, I've taken a long time building it, but start off with understanding that healthy habits is not something you randomly build one day. Start implementing it slowly at the frequency that you are comfortable with. Start implementing all these different habits into your morning routine and you're gonna watch your entire life change. I had the worst habits before and completely changed my entire life using all of the things I told you on this video. So make sure to implement them, and in 3 to 6 months, if you want to come back and let me know how it went, you're more than welcome to. Make sure to like so more people just like you can get access to this video and change their lives as well, and subscribe to become the absolute best version of yourself. I'll see you on the next video.